So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Murray, he'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cardinal 1st down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
47 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Chandler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 4-9 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get the...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty... And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Zuerlein now for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 17, Cowboys 9.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with them, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
A first down throw for Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
17-0 our score after one.
Cowboys nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Cowboys nothing. Greg Zuerlein sets the kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, it's Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Come on. Hey. Go.
Now Chandler. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ty Chandler with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have opened the lead up to 30. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On play action, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him, then just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Murray now on 1st down. Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And the Cardinals are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have got it on cruise control. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Cowboys nothing. Greg Zuerlein.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To the air again, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Take it in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Go. Hey.
They run it with Chandler.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Go. Here.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Cardinals are pouring it on. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's what it is.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Damn buttons don't even act like they
and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
at halftime. I couldn't even pick my damn the way I wanted my defenses and offense to play. I don't know what's going on.
The Dallas offense here
It
set to
what it
begin the
is. I ain't
drive.
make the playoffs no way.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Don't look like the play clock, the play checker working either.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll run on first down. It's Chandler, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray going to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
That is caught at the 7. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cardinals just continue to roll. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectful.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Cowboys make over first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play,
I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
On third down, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Cardinals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's Chandler.
And some room to work. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good-looking return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. On first down, Chandler. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Ty Chandler
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Cards add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I know I ain't, but
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point, despite
I know I ain't
that
focused
huge
because I've been
lead.
working.
And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Barr.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
First down, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
170 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 36, Murray got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Murray now. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Right back to him on first down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Arizona, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to